Hi there. Now, an assistantship can really go a long way in securing funding needs for your education in a university abroad. In part one of this video, I did cover the various kinds of assistantships that are offered by universities abroad. In this video, I'm going to talk about what can you do to improve your chances of landing, an assistantship at a department or a university, one that you're going to be studying abroad. My name is Anand Venkateshan. I'm the founder and mentor of this platform called mentorscapital.com. Most of the information about universities, departments, and the kind of funding opportunities that are available at universities comes to you, by our large network of mentors. These are people who walk the same path as you have and can really throw a lot of light on, what improves your chances of getting admission as well as securing funding from a university abroad. Right, so let's get started. In the previous video, like I said, I talked about the three kinds of assistantships that are available. These are, the teaching assistantship, the research assistantship or RA, and graduate assistantships or GA. Now, all these three are extremely sought after and hence they will be competitive. I know there are plenty of students who are going to be applying for these positions. And so it's important to understand what exactly improves your chances of landing one of these assistantships. Now, two out of the three assistantships, that is research and teaching assistantships, are roles that you will essay with professors, right, with department heads. So what they look for, in a prospective candidate is the ability to communicate well, is the ability to, speak, interact with students, write impressive reports, right? So all of these tasks involve a mastery of English language, right? So one of the first things you can do to improve your chances is to secure a really high score with in a standardized test like the TOEFL or the IELTS. Now, most departments will say that a band of 6.5 plus on the IELTS is good enough to secure admission. But if you want to really create a positive impression, try to get an 8.5 plus band, because that will impress upon the professor that you're somebody who can communicate well, with the student, with the department, with various stakeholders in the department and university, as well as conduct research, but also prepare high quality reports, assist in teaching roles when part of the RA, when part of the TA, or in writing up research papers and presenting information, right? So English language and mastery over language and mastery over communication skills, which is tested by standardized testing, is important. So make sure that you spend time preparing for the TOEFL or the IELTS and secure a really high score. That's number one. Number two, most of these roles also require you to either have an inclination towards towards teaching or research or general administrative and organizing tasks, right? Which means that you need to impress the jury, the selection committee, that you have what it takes to be successful in that role, whether it's the professor, the department, or a research lab. A recommendation from somebody in your formative life, maybe an internship that you were part of and your mentor there, or one of your school's teachers who can recommend you and state that you will do a good job in improving learning outcomes, or conducting research, or in general organize various tasks that the department or the faculty finds useful, right? So a recommendation can go a long way. And similarly, attestation from organizations, whether it's volunteer organizations where you volunteered for a particular task, or whether it's professional or corporate organizations where you fulfilled certain responsibilities. Attestation and reference can really go a long way in strengthening your application for one of these assistantships offered by the department. Number three, what can really help is to network both with the department, the faculty, as well as speaking to past students. Now let's start with networking with the department or the faculty members. Now I don't mean that you should shoot off emails to every single person in your department. No, that probably is going to leave a poor impression and not be customized. So make sure that you are selective in the kind of persons you're reaching out to. Make sure that the professor's research areas as well as your interests have an overlap, and when you write to them, make sure that you highlight those that good fit uh, that exists between you and the professor's area of study. For this, you obviously need to visit the department pages, visit the professor's website, understand his or her research interests, and that way you can present information which is relevant to him or her. Similarly, don't just restrict yourself to your own department, right? Sometimes other departments also overlap in research areas. So do when you're researching, make sure that you also reach out to universities, other departments, where your research needs are met, where your abilities can really make a difference. And so basically widen your net is what I'm trying to say here. Number four, you can also speak to your seniors. Now remember, if you connect with seniors from similar backgrounds, people who've actually gone through these kind of assistantships, then a lot of information becomes apparent to you, both in terms of what does the professor or the department or the lab really require, what kind of personality and interests do they have, what does the professor like, and hence what should be highlighted in your application that furthers your chances. And finally, what is the application process like, right? What information should be presented, what are the responsibilities of the role, what are the expectations that the department have in terms of the hours that you need to put in and the kind of job that you need to do. And finally, what is the remuneration, and against that, how many hours do you need to work, right? So all of this research and all of this information that you can get out of your seniors, other members of your department, and various other persons, can really go a long way in you preparing both for the application as well as for the interview round, and that becomes very critical to secure an assistantship, right? So those are little things that you can do to improve your chances. Remember, assistantships are very coveted, they're extremely competitive, so any advantage that you can get right from the get-go can really go a long way in furthering your chances. Now, our services, that of Mentors Capital, the platform that I have founded, our services are pretty comprehensive. We can start, as early as shortlisting universities that fit, your interest, your personality, and your strengths. We can also help you apply to these universities, which means prepare for any standardized tests that you would need, craft essays that are impressive enough to to create a favorable impression on the admission committees, as well as tackle any interviews or assessments that universities are increasingly conducting as part of their application or admission process. Now, we've created a difference in a lot of student lives only because of our ability to personalize, all of our services. But all of this is, heavily rooted to our network, a vast network of mentors that we have in various departments and destinations abroad. Do visit our website and give it a look. The link in the description allows you to connect with us in case you have any specific queries that you'd like me to answer. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Wish you all the very best, and have a great day.